Day one.
Okay, I'm outside the city limits. I'm into the towns of rural Ireland now. Doesn't really take that long to get outside the city limits of Dublin when you go north. Dublin tends to grow down south and then grow west, so it doesn't really do that much growth north. Not really sure why, it's just what it is. It's a nice day out. It's a bit windy, but not too bad now, to be honest. I like the fact that the traffic is just bled away now. There's absolutely nothing on the road for a stray few cars, which is amazing. Like, I don't like having loads of cars around me. I don't think any motorcyclist likes having lots of cars around them. You feel much safer when they're not there. Okay, I need to make my first stop because I need to do my first check. So I need to find a place to stop. I'm in uncharted territory again, and for the rest of the trip I'm pretty much 90% in uncharted territory, so this is exciting. This might be a good place to stop. Well, the bike's geometry definitely feels a bit different, or I don't know if that's the right word, geometry. But I'm basically just going to do my Devil 60, which is a check to make sure everything else is okay, nothing's come loose or anything else like that. I think this is a little bit loose, so I'll probably just adjust that a bit. My bag is fine. Straps are all good, although I can adjust them better without my gloves. I'm gonna check the bike over next after this, just to make sure. Just worst case scenario, you know, just in case something ends up going awry. Okay, good. I ended up having to bring more gear than I thought I would, so I ended up putting my mattress here, so it is what it is. I wasn't going to sacrifice comfort for weight. Unfortunately, it's all my gear is too bulky. Now, the rule is, if this is actually true, that if after you've ridden for about an hour, which I haven't, I've probably ridden for half an hour, if everything's still in one piece, then you should be good for the rest of the trip. So my last thing is I'm going to be adjusting my helmet. Now, I've travelled, I think... Oh, I should really point you towards me. Hello there. I think I've travelled roughly 15 kilometres. So I have 18 kilometres to go until my first stop, which is the first historic site. However, I'm going to pass through a couple of towns, similar to the town I'm in right now. Maybe. Perhaps. I can't tell when it's on my face. Okay. The rain's coming down a bit more. Oh, you can really feel the extra weight on the bike, you know that? Oh, look at that cottage. That is so good. I'm able to show you different angles now, which is cool. This old town is really cool. Well, I need to focus on the road as well. Saturdays are usually busy around these towns as well. Farmers get their stuff done on the weekends just as much as they get it done on the weekday. Markets are also a popular thing in Ireland, so Little towns sometimes have markets as well, or they might pick a town to have the market in and all the other towns will congregate there. Ooh, it's getting I imagine this is showing up on the GoPro as well, you know that it's getting wet. Okay, Garristown is 4 kilometers. See, this is why I'm doing this trip. Like, I had planned out my route exactly, but I knew the trip would not survive contact with the road. I knew that things would come up. Maybe I'd have to go to a fuel station. I didn't plan for fuel stations. I'd just go to where one was, and Ireland is covered in them. Especially in the very rural areas, they have ones attached to little shops. It's usually just a single pump outside of a supermarket, which is really cool, and I look forward to using them. But it's this sort of stuff I didn't plan for. Try and maintain the straps as much as I can, just so I can put all this back. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll have to move. Come on, stop. Stop. I can tell it's humid because you can probably see my visor is really fogging up. Saving grace is I have the GoPro's mounting actually keeping the visor open a bit, which is actually helping, because if it wasn't, I'd say the visor would have been entirely fogged up at this point. So yeah, it's entirely country road from here. I need to be cautious as well. Look at that, for example. Cobbles are one of the most dangerous things you can ride across on 2 wheels. And unfortunately that's going to be a given for me on this entire trip, because a majority of my riding is going to be on roads like this. I'm staying away from the motorway, I'm staying away from the national roads as much as I can. At most I'll be only jumping onto them for a couple of minutes and then jumping back off, because this trip is not about being on a motorway for 2 hours. That's boring as hell. It's about this. This is where the magic is. This is Ireland. I'm looking forward to my first destination now, primarily because it's a historic site I've never seen before. Holy crap. That's what I'm talking about. Literally, gravel nearly got me. I took that turn a bit too sharply, I think. Oh, look at those. Those are huge. Those are huge. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. Look at the cows. They're all looking at me as if to say, what are you doing? But they're so cool. They're huge. Look at the size of them. Like the big one, you can tell the big one there. But that is massive. I don't know what it is with cows. They're just so majestic. I love this area as well. Like, it's well maintained. It's clearly somebody's property, of course. So I'm not going to overstay my welcome. Time to continue. I love the fact that they're looking at me as if to say, although I'm probably an interesting thing that just comes by, and they're like, what is this guy? Who is this guy? Why is he here? Alright, apologies, Cow Sounds. I'll leave you alone. Let's continue on. I don't know what it is, but I feel like the bike is not turning over as well. I don't know if it's just, it's either too hot or too cold. I checked the oil. The oil's fine. I'll keep an eye on that. Something to watch out for. These roads are tight. Right, there it is, and I think there should be an entrance to it up ahead. I just wonder if I'm able to park around here. I mean, it's nothing but hedgerows ahead. I'm assuming I can find a place to put it. Wait, is that it? Okay, it's up ahead. That's not it. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so it needs to turn around. Deposit? What's that all about? Well, may as well have a look. Okay, I'm a bit apprehensive about leaving the bike behind. It's just down there. But I think it's actually just that right there. So I'm not going to be gone for too long. Oh, that said, it's very windy. Very windy. I think I should be fine for a few minutes. Assuming nobody knocks the bike down, but it's parked. Okay, I'm here. And I think that's what the key was about. I think the tomb is locked unless you ask for permission and they'll let you in. But it's literally a cairn. So cairns look like this. So this is an actual tomb. Surprised to get close to one like this, and it's in the middle of farmland, as you can see, so all around. But there is something to acknowledge what it is. So Patches tombs in Ireland were built by groups of farming people between 3000 BC and 2500 BC, just before the introduction of metal. A burial chamber reached by a long passage contained within a round mound. So this is literally the entrance here, and inside they found more than 65 burials of adults and children, both cremated and burned, accompanied by decorated pottery. So that is a legitimate burial. Question is, who was buried there? Although I'd say their names are lost to time, I don't know if they actually left writing behind. It is cool to be able to see a place like this. This is why I'm traveling off the beaten track, to see things like this that people wouldn't normally visit. Oh, steps. Oh, I can go to the top. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this or not, but let's have a look. Wow. Isn't that cool? Look at that. I'm wondering if that's another one, but it's fenced off on that person's land, so I'm not going to go near it. Right, I need to get down carefully. These boots are not designed for climbing stuff, so I really shouldn't be climbing stuff in these boots. Riding boots are not designed for grip on slippy stone surface. But yeah, Fornox tomb. And now I walk back to see if my bike is actually still there. And it is, I can see it in the distance. Still, for my first stop on this Ireland journey. That was a good stop. Being able to see something like that. Ah, duck. I'm back to you. And all good. Let's go to our next stop. Another historic site just up the road. That visit just now has really got me in the mood. This is why I'm on this trip. And now it all begins with all these sites I'm going to see. Hopefully meet lots of interesting people. Okay, according to the map, my next stop is just up the road, and it's similar. It looks like it's a stop on the road, and then there's going to be a detour that'll take me by foot to where I need to go. So I need to find a place to park again. Hopefully there's one nearby it. I actually don't remember what Keddle's Folly is, which is the place I'm going to next. I assume it's similar to the other one though. I think it's up here. Or at least it says it's up here. I don't see it. I don't see it. That's funny. Unless the map is wrong or it's off. Yeah, according to the map, it's actually in there. But I don't see a way in. Is that it in there? Oh, that is it. Okay. But there's no way to get to it. Oh, I think I'll have to abandon this one. There's no way in. Let me just look around the rows to see if there's actually a way in or not. No. That's a shame. It's there, but it's just out of reach. Unless that's it. No, that's a farm. Dang it. I think I'll just head on to my next stop then. I'm going. Shh. That dog was not happy with me. I didn't want the owner coming out yelling at me either for making your dog bark. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. I like that. The houses around here are really cool. I mean, I'd love to live around here, but it's in the middle of nowhere, and I'm an IT engineer. I need to be able to get to an office. Unfortunately, unless I change careers, there's not really much for me to be out here for. This place is so cool. Literally, as soon as I walked in, the guy handed me a gun. And he says everything we can pick up if we want it. So you can pick up all the rifles. I walked in and he handed me a Lee Enfield. And I was like, oh my god, that is just so cool. The fact that you can pick them all up as well is just really cool. They were utilised in World War One, and I think towards the end of World War Two they were actually still. They were utilised as a necessity. Oh man. That's a bite. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Oh. So sorry. Amazing. A Zundhef 750cc. I've never heard of the brand, but And that was the side carriage. Jesus. That's a 125. A 125cc DKW. And that one must be, that one looks smaller actually. That's not safe. So on a 1911, that's down there. You can't pull the trigger unless this is pulled in, and you can only do that
So you have
when
to
you're holding the gun.
the whole thing, yeah.
So it's impossible for the gun to go off unless you're holding it and in your hand and firing it.
Not even like it's in the holster either. You can't just like push on it by accident.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm gonna assume they're probably not legal outside Russia then in that regard, because their carbon emissions are probably just like a new country would look just going, fuck no. It's like what a bike made in Pakistan, like they're a solid design. But no, it's based on the old Honda from years ago, like, but they keep cranking them out.
Yeah,
but they're not legal for any other roads outside of Pakistan, essentially, because of that.
Because of their emissions,
that's an example. That's probably why I've never seen one. Probably because apparently he was saying they still make them and all as well in Russia, Europe. I was saying to him, like, I think probably the only reason we don't see them is probably because an engine that old, its emissions are probably illegal in Europe.
You can buy them everywhere. You can buy them online anywhere. You pick one up for about 3,500, 4,000. Running.
No way.
100%, yeah, no problem. Because they're still making them. You can still buy the parts. You go onto eBay or go onto Frost.
Oh, so they all come with the side carriage, do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the reason behind them.
That's probably the reason you don't see many of them.
Yeah. No, it's all side carriage because of Frost. Yeah.
But they can't. I'm assuming they'd be able to function without the side carriage.
Yeah.
Just like any other bike, really. But
during the winter time, you see at minus 40, you're not going to drive.
Oh, that thing, that thing would probably be a workhorse in the cold. That's probably why it was designed like that. That was freaking epic. The bikes alone were just amazing.
Well, all my gear's holding up strong. Everything's good. There's one more historic site I want to visit though, and then I'm making a beeline for the campsite.